Okay, this is 645 from lesson 621. At this point you should have solved 644 already. If you got stuck on 644, after we walk through this one, I think you could probably go back and solve 644 relatively easily. We have a tortoise and a hare having a race. The tortoise moves at 50 feet per hour, the hare moves at 250 feet per hour. It says the tortoise take 8 hours longer than the hare to finish. What was the distance of the race? So, our unknown, one of them anyway, is going to be the distance. We know that whatever the distance is, they both ran the same distance because they ran the same race. It just took the tortoise much longer to do it, but it's the same distance. Letter A says, let T represent the unknown time in hours it took the hare to complete the race. So T is the hare's time, the number of hours that took the hare to finish the race. Then it says to write an expression for the tortoise. Well, we don't know the number of hours it took the hare, but we know that whatever number of hours it was 8 more hours for the tortoise to finish. So the tortoise's time was whatever the hare's time plus 8. Now we're going to write the equations. So again, they both ran the same distance. The hare goes at 250 feet per hour, so I take that times the amount of time he ran. The tortoise did the same distance. He goes at 50 feet per hour, but his time is 8 more than that. Alright, and at this point, just like the last problem and any of these equal values problems, we know that we have two equations. Both of these equations are equal to D, or both of these, I should say, these pieces of the equation are equal to D, which means that they are equal to each other. So I have 250t, then I would distribute on the other side, where I have 50t plus 400, and then I'm just going to solve like I normally would. So 200t equals 400, which means that the time it took the hare to finish the race was 2 hours. Based on that, we would know that it would take the tortoise 10 hours to finish it. But the question is asking us how long the race was. So we have t. We can put that back into either one of our equations and solve for the distance, because the first equation appears, easier. I would just go back there, take out my t, put in 2, which means the distance of the race would be 500. So again, the question's only asking you for the distance. You found the distance, but we also know that it took the hare 2 hours, and if it would have asked us, the tortoise's time would have been 2 more than that, so for the tortoise, the time of the race would be 10 hours.